All right then, welcome everybody to the stream for this evening. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're doing something slightly similar but slightly different than we've been doing recently, which was, we've been on Tracery a lot, and we are not going to be on Tracery, but we are going to pretty much be the same, because Tracery is up here, my 142. Haven't really been playing him because I've been busy. Pretty much it. But what I have been doing is a little bit of Tarvelard. So I actually want to jump on him because I haven't got my Hobbit gifts for the day yet. But a little bit of Tarvelard I've been playing. I've been doing I'm actually in Dunland, which is also where Erinma is. But I've been in Dunland because I've done all my explorers, and while we've got the 10% extra virtue experience, I've also thought, hey, why don't we, get quest deeds done or whatever, and I'm 150, so it's very, very quick, kills, obviously, so makes things a lot easier. So I'm currently here, I'm only actually in the beginning area, about to go to either Galtrev or Bonevales, I think, when the game wants to load. There we are. And I'm getting so much junk in my inventory. Where did I get a rep accelerator tome? I genuinely don't know why I got a rep accelerator tome. Did I get it from a Hobbit gift yesterday or something? No clue. But I have it now. Let's have a look. So absolutely useless on both of those, but they're stacking, so it's fine. 250 virtue experience, which is actually a teeny bit more. What are we on? 56 and 221. Yeah, whatever. Eventually get my honesty up. But yeah, I've actually done quite well in Dunland so far. Dunland being my favorite region in Eriador, at least, and I'm doing alright. I was gonna just do Slayers, and thought I should do quests, because there's a bunch of quests, and also I can get some enhancement runes. And I also get deeds, which is also more enhancement runes and moats and whatever. But more specifically, it's like, yeah, enhancement runes, a load of virtue experience, and doing quests will indirectly lead me to getting, Slayers done without it being so monotonous, repeatable, etc. Oh, I log in and I immediately get reduced awareness. Nice. But yeah. I'm going to be playing on Erinma, who is my other Bjorning, my actual legitimate, supposed to exist forever Bjorning, who is also my woodworker, currently level 74, and is also in Galtrev, but on level, sort of. I'm a little bit over level because I kind of didn't know where to go. You know when you're like a little bit over leveled? So you're like... Or no, I'm like under-leveled for the next region, but I'm over-leveled for the previous region. So I'm like, oh, I'll start with the previous one and then work my way up. And also, I didn't know what gear I was doing. There's a lot of weird things for Erinma, but just because there's a lot of levels from crafting rather than playing. So yeah, it's a little bit weird, but I'm kind of back on track. And yeah, just chilling, having a decent run around with, just playing the game, Also, again, my favorite Eriador region, so I'm always happy to play, You are the... Yeah, I get the enhancement rune things. I always forget that these are a thing. Yeah, old enhancement runes. Speaking of enhancement runes, I think this character is very scuffed, but as long as the sun shines, you are welcome here. I think I've proven with Tracery that it's not particularly needed. Oh, it's a daily. I didn't even realize. Well, I'll do it. 68. It's one level over what I'm otherwise doing, so why not? But yeah, Dunland has just a bunch of quests as well, so it's a very good way of also doing reward track stuff. I think I'm on 60 at the minute. Yeah, 60. Which, obviously, I did take a few days where I haven't really been playing. So I haven't really kept on my 10 levels a day rotation, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, how much actually would that be? Let's average out. Obviously we've got February, but it's a leap year, blah blah blah. But let's say 30 days, 90 days. I could, in theory, if I was doing 10 levels a day, get 900 levels into the reward track. It's not going to happen. But maybe. Imagine 1,000. Like, because obviously you'd have to do 100 to get to here. But imagine 1,000 of these. That'd be crazy. Kind of really want that now. But I feel like I'd have to really go for it. I mean, that or you just grind it out with 200% experience terms and stuff. And play, like, an ungodly amount. But, you know? For, like, a couple of hours, if I can get, like, of not even, like, really efficient leveling. If I can get, like, 10 levels. Or more. Because it averages out to 10 a day. It's not bad. Actually don't know where this guy is. Up there, okay. Also should be getting a decent amount of Lotro points from this because obviously just doing casually playing through Dunland should, I'm pretty sure, get me up to like all the explorers and stuff. And then obviously all the questing and then potentially Slayers. I mean, Dunlanding Slayer, for example. I'm already on advanced, I think. Yeah, 107 out of 200. And I haven't really even got massively through this content yet. So we should be good. And then I just gotta hope. Oh, I don't really look at my inventory as much as I used to now. I did not realize I had a universal solvent either. So that's another item that I was unaware of me having. And I am not gonna complain. Anything in here that I'm particularly worried about? Nope. Thing is, 75 is obviously like a little bit higher than this area. It's all like 60 stuff. I think Rohan is where I really want to be if I'm going to get gear. But I think there's a set of 75 armor. Yeah, Great Rover, East Rohan. I think there is a set of 75 armor that I could potentially get. I should look that up. Lotro armor sets. Because right now I'm majority using like the level 65 West Tower stuff. Armor set index. Bjorning specifically might not have any. But let's see. Dragor Raid or barter for marks and or medallions. That's Armor of the Forest Bounder, which minimum level 75, which we should hit today pretty easily. And then Armor of the Tower Guard, Echoing Roar, Tower Smasher, or we have Orthanc tier 1 stuff. I am probably not going to worry about Orthanc tier 1, quite honestly. I'm interested in this. So the Forest Bounder stuff is all going to be Dragok. However, you can just barter for it. And I don't know. No, okay. I didn't know if they were account bound for those items. It turns out they are character bound because I have a bunch of Scorched Helm and Shoulder Guard tokens on Feyran and Harvelard, I want to say. Potentially a different character as well. But we should be good. Yeah, looking at... Presuming that this is correct stats still. Which I kind of doubt it, considering... Yeah, okay. I'm going to guess this armor hasn't been updated. But looking at it, it's supposed to be 1,621 might. And maybe there's a jump for this, considering... I mean, we'll see. We'll just go over here first, but... It's this guy anyway, I think. Right? Yawning gear. Oh, no, it is right. So, 1,621 might. 785 vitality. And this is bearing in mind just from the armor. We still have our jewelry that we can potentially pick up. And I do have enough marks medallions, obviously, for this. Is it worth picking up now, I wonder? And just having it ready. I'm going to do that. Because as soon as we hit 75, we can just chuck this armor on. Oh, I can't sell it anyway. That's fine. And I wonder... I don't think there's any jewelry or cloaks, but there is from these guys, I think. So these are the Dunlending ones. We have this, which I don't know if I'll go for. That is... I mean, the armor I'm not really worried about. It was more about cloak and jewelry. So jewelry, you had to be kindred. I remember that much. And I remember these being, I think, potentially the best we had option-wise. I do have the money to buy it, but I feel like by the time it's obtainable, we could probably get something else. Because Ring of the Dragon, it's unique. So I'd go for, like, presumably, well, Dragon and Falcon are probably my best bets because they're essentially the same. I just get slightly less physical mastery. Yeah, that's probably it. And then this guy gives us stuff as well, right?
But we will aid you as best we
Jewelry.
may.
There's the pocket item. I do have a token of the Hornberg. I'm probably going to take that off, though, at some point. I'm not really sure. Maybe at level 99. I just kind of have it. I don't know why I would have bought it. Yeah, this is quite a good one as well. I remember just for the pure, like, morale perspective of it. Same with this one. I think I went with Villains Unmasked and Oath Spoken with Feyrend. So we'll probably go like Bracelet, Race Hour and Villains Unmasked and get the double up sort of thing. Probably the idea. Except we do have to be kindred for that. So again, I don't know, like... Yeah, I don't know how my armor is going to be. Well, but we'll see. We should be fine, though. But at the very least, we get these nice upgrades. So that's just more upgrades, plus set bonus as well. I didn't even think about that. But, you know, more like double the might, double the vitality. Switching out crit defense to finesse is good. You know, again, double might, double vitality. Switching out crit for finesse, but that's fine because might will take over. Plus also the crit I'm getting from here. All overall a pretty good deal. Now this one I think is the start of the Rook quest line, but I am going to go over here first. And see how that goes. I also need a bow. Bow is like a weird one. Is there like a bow index? Ultra bow index. Bows. I found it. Because I just got that one from a quest. Oh, 71 to 80 is where it literally has no information. Good. I could craft. You know, I am a woodworker for myself technically. But I don't know if I have any recipes. I do not seemingly have any recipes. Probably shouldn't sell all my woodworker scroll cases then I have. That would probably be a good idea. Didn't really think of that. Whatever. It's fine. Obviously, I know I am slightly lower leveled, but considering I'm having like 0 issues again with any of these things, I'm pretty... Wait, I just need to check. Isn't there a... I could be wrong, and it might be later, but there is a guy up here. Okay, I just don't have his quest yet. That's fine. I just like check. Minimize the amount of back and forth I have. Also, that brings up a really good point of I need to make sure that I am getting myself travel skills. Probably check that when I get back to Galtrev. Because that's something I'm also really trying to do with all my characters is go through and get all my return skills. And again, ideally sometime in the future, preferably when it's on sale, I'd like to get all my sort of main characters that have all the, or as many travel skills as I can, to get down to the 5-minute cooldown. I think that would be nice sort of end goal. Like I always say to myself, I don't really worry about lottery points too much. I don't have anything to spend them on. I don't really buy like housing decorations or whatever, or universal solvents. I don't use enough for anything like that. I certainly don't buy Valars either, which are apparently on sale. The only thing I've really bought is Mithril coins and like the packs that come up occasionally. And eventually I should buy River Hobbit, but I'm going to buy that one if I do River Hobbit. But yeah, there's not really much. Slots and storage. Character slots, that's just from this one. Apparently the other one doesn't give you a character slot on here. Cosmetic slots, shared slots. Yeah, carryalls are really the only other thing. But if I have the master and stuff, that's like a goal per character. Maybe if I put D-Tracker on stuff, once a certain character has gained X amount, I can like justify it almost. Because I think if I bring up D-Tracker, it won't have much on this character. I don't think well, apparently I don't have it loading automatically. I probably should. Ideally have it load for everybody. But does it not say available LP on this page? But is there a way of seeing how much you've made overall? I guess maybe not. It might be. I think it would just be nice if I could be like, I have made 2,000 on this character, therefore I am willing to spend 2,000 on this character, if that makes sense. Damn it. There is one point at which you can jump over. I think is it here? Because I always try and do it. Yeah. Because gates are for suckers. These aren't wargs. That's the thing that like messes me up on this one. I'm always looking for wargs, but you guys are just wolves. You are beasts, so I can still do Beast Slayer. But I think the boars are a little bit further over, or all the way over here, which is probably the better way of doing it. I might just, for the moment, go over and start the rook stuff. They're rather quick. I would like to sort of get to 75 as soon as possible, get that new armor on, and go from there. Which would be nice. Also, orcs, and I'm like one-shotting them. Oh, actually, another really interesting thing I just thought of. I don't know if I reforged ever. Okay, I have reforged. I could have just checked on here as well. I will have a reforge at 76. Yeah, so there's a chance for a reforge today as well. Ideally, I'd like to make a little bit more money before that happens, because especially if I want to buy these bits of jewelry. I mean, if I want money, I have money. Like, I'm fine. But, I don't know, I like making it on the character. I like characters being somewhat self-sufficient rather than... Oh, right, okay. I thought it was like... It's rolling over, which is interesting. It looked for a second like it was pointed downwards into the ground. It very confused me. Bow of the Wildemore Hunter. I don't particularly want to do Wildemore, come to think of it. I should look at where to level and do that. Wildemore is 85, but it's one of those things of I can skip Wildemore and like Suckcrofts and just go into like Kingstead. Because especially now, I'm not really after gold tracery tokens, at least at level 50. I mean, it'd be nice, don't get me wrong, if I ever did another full-on completionist, but I don't really think that's going to be the case, quite frankly. I mean, go back and do it, maybe, but...
us to give welcome to Tavodion.
Defeat the Dragon Clan chieftain and defeat the Dragon Clan in general.
I have a tale to tell.
Hi guys, I'm gonna defeat you. Yes. So, my Bjorning, aka so I have two Bjornings, two main Bjornings. This is my actual legitimate character that has staying power. Basically, is going to be capped and you know, geared up eventually, and I'm keeping. That's this character, Erinima. Tracery, which is my other Bjorning, which is 142 at the moment, which is the one that was in Gundabad and just started doing Corsair's Lumbar, is more of an experiment and more of a farming character. The plan was to get the character to 141, open all the bound to character tracery tokens that I get. So I get like 12 per character. And then they're bound to character until you buy the tracery. So I was going to go on there, buy a tracery for, I don't know, my champion, for example. And then it becomes bound to account, and then you can just trade it over. It was sort of testing an idea of being like, I could level this character up to a high level and just get a load of essentially free teal tracery tokens. That was pretty much it. And then it also transformed into, hey, let's level this character to 150 and get a load of the gold tokens, since with Gundabad you can only get one. So I didn't really care back then. But then with Corsair's Vumbar, there are 3 that you can get just from playing, and then an extra 2 from allegiances. So the character's probably going to stick around for a teeny bit longer. And then I'm going to get at least the 3 from questing, and probably not the allegiance ones. And just trade them onto my mains, like actual characters. But the entire time I've been playing Tracery, I've been sort of saying to myself, hey, I have an actual Beorning that's supposed to be, you know, actually played by me, and I'm not playing it. So I thought, hey, let's do that. I've been playing a little bit in my own free time, but I don't know. I also just like Dunland.
You are welcome here, as long as you
when
do
the
not
servers
trouble
are
us.
good. I mean, it hasn't actually told it to me yet. No, 142 completely from scratch. I do have Valars, so I could technically use Valars if I want to do that. Like, I don't use Valars normally, but I have like a few from like the yeah, I have Valars from like the 15-year anniversary and stuff. I think it's one of the things I like doing the most is like, you know, farming to 20 and getting 100 loot boxes and all that, and like making a character just to get them to max, just to delete them after, you know, silly things like that. I feel like are things that
As long as the sun shines,
like I
you
prosper
are
at
welcome
sometimes. The sort of thing where people, oh, finally reduced awareness. Things that people go, why are you doing this? I don't know, because I can. I really hope it's not going to be like this all day. It's been behaving so well.
The people of Geltreve have formed an alliance with the White Hand, for Isengard has vowed friendship in return for assistance with its war effort.
I can't
The
remember
people
what
left
this
behind in the hands
instance
of
is.
Saruman's minions are little more than slaves.
This one where I've got to
to
like, we take back Galtrev. Maybe. Stand here. Yeah, I think it is. It's bad with these quests sometimes because I'm like, oh, I just have to stand here. And I was doing an instance yesterday. Well, yeah, yesterday. And I was like, it's fine. I'll just stand here. And it was a load of dialogue. And I was like, standing there. And I realized that I had run past the trigger for the quest. So I'd just been stood there for like 5 minutes. Yeah, that's the thing. I always... See, I have weird things about it. My 2 like main things with Valars, I don't have anything against people using Valars, but for me personally, if I Valar a character that I haven't played or a class that I haven't played, let's say, let's use Mariner as an example, right? I have not got a high level Mariner yet. I do need to get on that at some point. I still haven't done it properly. I think he's level 14 or something. But if I Valar a Mariner, I'm going to have absolutely zero clue what I'm doing, because I'm going to suddenly have 3 bars worth of skills and no context behind them. Whereas when you're playing, you sort of unlock skills as you go, and then you go, oh, this one fits in with this one, and oh, I can get the damage up on this trait and stuff, which is obviously sort of the way to play. And then, so I don't like using Valars for characters I haven't played. And then for characters I have played, I don't particularly like having duplicates too much. So I wouldn't be making, like, I'm not going to make another champion because I've already got a champion. Unless it's a Runekeeper or a Hunter, apparently. But, you know, that was for Anor characters. So I just had to transfer them over, you know. There's also the fact of being like, oh, I haven't unlocked this place that I need to get to. Or it's like, I did Valar a bunch of characters, admittedly, when the 15th anniversary came around. I made a load of new accounts and Vala'd a bunch of characters up to like 120 because, hey, if I can make a champion and get him to 50, Valar to 50, Valar to 105, and then Valar to 120, get a bunch of virtual experience and some decent gear and have them semi-decent content amount and stuff. Why not? I can like... The purpose behind getting all those characters was to solo Drygog. Because I can solo Drygog with my high levels. It's just you physically have to have 6 players. So it was more to get past that. I wonder if there'll be like a 130 Valar on this anniversary. Do that again. Why not? I keep running away thinking these guys are going to be done with. No, we good.
Sleep often escapes me.
Sleep often escapes me. I know how you feel. And by often, I mean always. I feel like this area is really good for dropped armor as well. I actually got a really nice dropped cloak from here. It was this one. I actually quite like this, and I am planning on putting it in my wardrobe once I have enough space. I also picked that one up because I was about to say for cosmetics, but it's a thing. I think it's just a better choice. Yeah, so I feel like it... I sort of feel the same, which then sort of negates the point of the Valar, if that makes sense. It's like, oh, I'm doing the Valar so I can skip this content, but I'm going back and doing all this content because I skipped this content. Okay, so this is the start. The Crow Thief is the start of good old Rook content. My favorite, maybe second favorite NPC. Possibly. I just find him amusing. Okay. I feel like I'd gotten so good at not looking at my map and I'm just absolutely ruining it for myself. Also, a good thing now, I don't have to actually look at this gear. Like, for a while I was actually trying to see, like, oh, hey, is this gear actually better? I just need to get to level 75 and then I don't have to worry. Speaking of which... Oh, I'm nearly at 800k. Also, this might kill me. That'd be good. Why not? But yeah. Bom, bom. Have I got... No, I don't. So that means I haven't opened the other gift box yet. That's fine. We're not that concerned. But yeah, considering the ease of which we're doing content now, when I... like, almost, what, double? I think my might? Like, yeah, over double my might I should be getting. Yeah, there's no difference on that. I'll be over doubling my might in one level. So if I'm already alright with content, I think I'm going to be a lot better in a moment. I'm just glad that I can actually just get it without having to do an instance stuff. I don't know if there's any set at 85. Erebor raids. Ah, yes. Good old Erebor raids, which are technically broken, sort of. Because you have to use... The worst thing about the Erebor stuff is to do it, you have to complete... I think tier 1 or tier... You have to complete the challenge quests or something for Erebor, but you can only do that if you're max level. But the armor set is 85, so it doesn't make sense. So right now I'm just using the generic... Well, I say generic, like West Towers stuff, which I got at level 65, because this character did quite a lot of crafting that leveled it up instead of... I forgot what I was doing. It did a lot of crafting, which leveled it up outside of getting gear. So then I came here, and I'm waiting to get to level 75, and then I'm going to be wearing the Drygok stuff, which will double my... Just the armor itself, according to the wiki at least, has 1,621 might. We, with our armor and our jewelry, and our bow, which I don't think even has might on it, whatever, have 724. So less than half of this armor with all my gear, and so I get double what I have just on the gear. So we'll actually be higher than double. We'll probably be around maybe 2,000. I don't know. That's why we keep on top of gear. I'm being reminded, though, of building being a bit of a pain with the amount of swapping between bear and man form. I mean, I could just go around in bear man form, to be fair, but I do more damage in bear form overall. And I'm just set up better to do everything. I occasionally get asked about... Well, this is actually Skirmish Camp set. The, I mean, the West Tower stuff is, but that's really the highest it goes is 65. This is, like, raid sets, technically. But you can just buy it for marks. And this stuff doesn't require any completions. Whereas I think it's because marks are presumably more expensive at the time, because you can buy the helmet or shoulders for tokens from Drygok, or you can just buy them for marks. But it's 355 marks, 154 medallions, which I guess is a decent amount of medallions, at least, not necessarily marks. But in a game where, you know, it's been however many years since the content's been released, marks are kind of worthless, really. So why not? Yeah, I won't be going for like the 85 stuff because that's well, there was 75 stuff at Isengard, but I don't want to do the raid for it. Arable stuff doesn't work, and I don't really want to grind out Hitbold, though I technically could do Hitbold in one day, I think, because you can sort of bug it out and do all of Hitbold in one day. So maybe one day we'll do like a Hitbold stream. I do like Hitbold, though. It's genuinely one of my favorite bits of content conceptually, not necessarily in practice. Occasionally I get asked, like, hey, what would I like to see if they ever did any, like, reworks of characters? I would really love for them to rework Bjorning in a sense of making it more consistent what bear form can and can't do. Same with horses, to be fair. There's a lot of stuff that can't be done on horseback, which I think can, and then can be done on horseback, which in my opinion probably shouldn't be able to be. So I do wish it was a little more consistent. We can roar at them and be like, we can nod our head, presumably. Yeah. If you haven't done the Rook stuff, though, honestly, I love it. He is... I'm so sorry, Rook. I didn't mean to attack your tamed crow. Just don't pay attention to it. I'm so sorry.
Why are you bothering me? Stay and hear me out.
I mean, they could understand Chewbacca, so... Right? We're fine. I actually had a video about Rook sort of in the works at one point, and I just couldn't really work out how I wanted to write it, but maybe I'll bring it back at some point. Because I had a plan this morning as well. I had like a random... Oh, this would be a good video idea. I need to look into it a bit more, see if I actually want to do anything about it. This is the... where is it? Oh, wait, no. This axe is actually just the default axe, I just realized. This is just the regular old legendary two-handed axe. Which reminds me, I haven't got my axe cosmetic on. Never mind. Let me... There you go.
this is intolerable.
That's my favorite one.
I do not ask much of you.
What changed this again? You mean like I just did? Or I'm confused. It's a good point though. Where does the axe go? Where does my axe and bow and whatever go? When I turn into a bear? Is there some sort of other world that it goes into? Other dimension? What are the logistics of transforming into a Bjorning? Or into a bear, I guess, because I am a Bjorning by just nature of being a Bjorning. I find it kind of funny that, so it's not actual eggs. Like, it's not like they haven't ever done eggs as a item before, but actually it's just another little nest inside the nest. And there are actually no eggs in it. So I've never really thought about it too much, but technically we are not picking up any eggs whatsoever. Occasionally I have to use my nicest, my favorite skill. Come on. I've been having issues recently with actually, like interacting with some items. I was doing the Lantaran stuff up here. And I was like clicking on stuff and it just wasn't interacting with it for some reason. And I don't really know what's occurring there. Could just be me though. And one more. I actually don't know how I feel about this bow. Do I have any bow cosmetics? I mean, I do. That's not what the thing is. I do have a bow cosmetic, but it's only bow of bluffing. I do really like it, but I'm not sure it quite fits with this outfit. To be fair, this outfit isn't really even a proper outfit. It's just kind of like, oh, it has fur, and it kind of is all the same because it's all from Dunland. I'm not really set quite yet on cosmetic-wise for this character, because before I just had the generic starter Bjorning stuff. I just kept to that, but I don't actually know what I want to go with now.
What is this world coming to?
What is this
Stay and
world?
hear me out.
Defeat the evil
Why
wizard and
you
take back
bother?
the magical items. He's so magical. Will be slay. Nice. Take the shiny ball back to Galtrev. Perfect. And Rook is gone, dead forever, never to come back, totally, at all. It makes you question, do we ever kill anybody in this game? Because I feel like half of them just like named characters. I swear they all just show up in whatever the next expansion is. It's weird. Just looking through armor sets again, it just makes me not want to get to like level 100-ish. It's kind of nice up until then, because you know you got what, level 75. You have this set and the Orthanc stuff, which is quite nice. I quite like the Orthanc armor. So we get that, fine. And then 85 is Hitbold and Erebor, which is whatever, you know. And then you get up to 90 to 100, you know, that sort of era. And all it is Dol Amroth stuff, which is just a grind. And then you go further there, and then you got like Throne. It's just a lot of essence gear. And at that point, I'm like, it's not worth investing my time into when I'm leveling and it's not current cap. because, you know, I can just probably use my level 95 gear and do so much better. Honestly. Normally what I do is get like my level 95 stuff and then probably hold on to that until Mordor anyway. Normally as soon as I get to 100 I go to Mordor anyway. Not really. Like North Ithilien just kind of isn't worth it on a regular go through. Do you actually have anything decent? I know I'm getting new armor, but I was hoping it would be something decent. Right, let's go grab a load of wargs. Actually, that brings up a very good point I was supposed to think of, which was return skill, because there's a lot of go back and forth at the minute, and also there's some quests over here that I should pick up, that's for sure. Hello.
Even the Occluth have need of help on occasion.
Do not speak the names of evil things.
These guys
for
are
you will
like
call them.
constantly, you know, changing how they speak to me.
You have
Sometimes they
need
want
of
to
our
talk to me,
assistance.
sometimes they have no idea who I am.
What do you have to offer the Occluth?
Oh, actually, that's a very good point. Dunlending bow. See, I actually should make sure I pick up woodworking skills, because I'm not going to necessarily make them, but I do like the idea on my crafting characters of going through and getting all the recipes. I don't know if there's a plugin for it at all, but I would love to have like a checklist of all the crafting recipes and then maybe like where to find them. I guess the wiki does exist, obviously, but maybe it being like, you are missing this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And this is where to get them. I'm going to buy these though. And going back to our Bjorning conversation, I'm so glad I can read as a Bjorning. That's a good thing. And turn pages. And everything. Okay, you aren't actually who I want. Where would my... Where would... Is it in the Dunlending guy? Is it actually you?
What do you expect of me? What do you have to trade?
Oh, there is. Okay. Return to Galtrev. We have to be kindred to get returned to Galtrev. It's a real pain when you have to be kindred first, but okay. So, okay, what do we actually got? So, boars, wolves, and wargs. Let's go jump back down here like we were earlier. And this time it actually sort of makes sense for what we're doing. Oh, why won't you let me over? How could you? Where's my special rock that I can jump off? This one? Hey. My legs didn't need to exist. What are we on about? It's fine. Okay. Now I can actually just attack everything because the boars and wolves and potentially wargs that we find are all relevant. And what level are these quests getting to now? 67. So we're still almost 8 levels down. So we actually kind of should be moving on soon. But I do like this area for leveling. And also just the amount of content we get. But maybe it's worth in a minute going up to Great River. I should be able to do it. Like I said, I do have the 21st Hall, and I should be able to quite easily just run there. It's just a bit of a pain to get to. I just don't know if I've been to the first hall. I guess I could check, right? I've been to Mirkwood, so I must have been somewhere nearby to Karis Galadon. Because, yeah, we can just go straight to the Wold. I think it just makes sense. Go Harwick, get our legendary, get our Warsteed. That's what I'm trying to say. But at the same time, I'm not really a huge Rohan fan of the amount of Warsteed content I have to do, quite honestly. So we might hopefully try and get away with not doing that. Would be nice. I mean, as soon as I get to 80, I can go West Rohan. I think actually West Rohan is worse for the amount of content that you have to do Warsteed stuff in, I think. So I don't actually know what our best choice is. Is that a distance imposter inside, or is it just being weird about the way it's doing branches? I think it's just being weird about the way it's doing branches. Okay. Ooh. Right, I need to kill 3 more wolves, 5 more wargs, and I think wargs will also push us again up to here for this one, so we'll probably run over there at some point. And it should be faster just being on Wanderlust. I think it is it is faster, right? I think. Plus 68%. I guess actually no, 78%. But is it plus 78%? Like, is it... What's the base speed and what you adding to it? Sort of thing. But the advantage of a horse overall is the fact that even in combat, it's still the same speed. Ah, hi, Hardfang. I'm going to have to kill you in a minute, aren't I? There's no way a named enemy exists that doesn't require me to kill it. I actually don't know how much experience we're getting per quest, but we need 216,000. And I severely doubt we're running at 50k-ish plus per quest. Actually, I say that. Maybe with the double experience. I can't really see because I haven't given it a quest since. We'll see in a minute, I guess. It's weird kind of looking at these armor sets again. Like, obviously I'm going up in increments of 10 levels or whatever, but I'm like, oh, 120, that's actually not that far away. Yet it's 50-ish levels away. It is quite far away. Like, in my head, it's actually not that. It's a lot of content in between, but if you were purely going for levels, that's actually not too massively difficult to do. See, Walker are actually good because they actually count for 2 things. I knew this would be where you sent me. So how much experience getting? 221. So we need 10 quests.
It is not our custom to trust Devodiad, but
in order for this to work.
you may be of help to me. As long as the sun shines.
Luckily, they're easy. But because we're a warg, I doubt we can set fire to things. Nope. Of course we can't. Did I say because we're a warg? Because we're a Bjorning, I meant. This isn't monster play. Please. 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 Another reason why I hate switching. Oh, Woodworker's decorated scroll case. I have 2 of these now. Oh, so I already know these recipes. Okay. That's fair enough. That does make sense, actually. I wonder how many of them just become barter ones then. like reputation ones. I'm not going to be... Oh, I was about to say I'm not going to have killed enough wargs, but I actually don't have to kill wargs for this. I just have to burn the pits. Or the pens, I guess. What is this? Mirkwood? Warg pens? Okay, 4,300. Let's see what you're like. Okay. Easy. And I don't actually know if there's anything up here. I don't think there's anything, to my knowledge at least, quest-wise relevant to the top of there. It's just like an empty building. Just to be like, this area is somewhat built. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's a quest I've never done or a bit of dialogue that I don't... it is just very empty. And it's just weird to me. I also have to remember this is a rather old area, all things considered. It's like what? Isengard was 2011? $13 years ago. This content. Crazy. Well, nearly 30. Okay, done.
You are welcome here.
Done. Well, not done. I've got to go back to Galtro. So that's another 3 quests, so that's 60k in. So 100k left. 5 quests. And where am I at in terms of my deeds? That's a good question. Apparently, I am missing a couple of... How have I run around here a few times already? Did I... Oh, I've done the epic for this area because I did it for the tracery token. However, I haven't done the actual questing. That'll be why. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Prenguin, that is this area. I have 3 quests to go and I've got 3 quests to give in. Perfect. Yeah, that makes sense why I have so many like slayers kind of half done. Cool. That actually did like throw me off for a second. I had no idea what was going on. Where's the next area? Is this Starkmoor? I think Starkmoor, Dunbog, Carriglin, Gravenwood. And then you go like Isendale, Heathfells, and then up here. I think that's the order. Or at least that's normally the order I go in, I think. Because at least, so when going here, it sends you to the Bonevales or Galtrev. I guess the idea is it's because you can do Bonevales, which sends you to Trumdrang, or here, and if you've done both, then yeah. But still. Actually, I want to check. Oh, I can't see because I'm not over 100. I was going to say, what's the featured instance at the minute? Because I've been trying to remind myself to do featured instance stuff. But sometimes I just see the letter, like the letters F and I, and I'm like, oh, what on earth's that? And my brain doesn't quite click and go, oh yeah. These better all count. I really hope they all count. I still have more quests actually because I need to kill that.
Not seen your kind before.
That dude Hardfang.
The sun shines, you are welcome here. As long as
Hey,
the sun
there we
shines,
are.
you are welcome here.
Gets 2,201 virtual experience. It's weird that it's 201, but whatever. Into my zeal.
Evil things, but you will call them.
And a lot more. Dunland rep. Actually, where are we on Dunland? Grey Company. Men of Dunland, we're ally. Not quite there yet. I do actually want to go back with this character then and just do like... I have some Maladrim rep and I got Thorin's Hall rep, which means, in theory, if I've got Thorin's Hall rep, I haven't done all of Eriador, have I? Or Ered Luin. Wait. I'm sorry. What? So I haven't gone Silverdeep Mine somehow, but I've done everything else. Like I've done I even did Ratherig, which I sometimes don't do. Yet I haven't done Silverdeep Mine, which means I haven't got Explorer of Ered Luin, which means I haven't got Deeds of Ered Luin. I have 6,000 virtue experience just banked, basically. Why have I not completed this? Plus, like, you know, it's only 5 lottery points, but then I get rep, so technically I should get like 5 more lottery points. Either way, I'm off to Thorin's Hall for a second. This is an emergency. I go Thorin's Hall from here. From with this characters, I have nothing unlocked. 21st Hall. No, South Bree though. Let's go South Bree, Thorin's Hall, and then I can feel a little bit better about myself. It's a good thing I looked at rep, because otherwise I would not have realized that. Because I know for a fact doing all of it gets you up that one. So the fact I have 100 less, I knew something was up. Because I definitely haven't used rep items. Which I totally should, by the way. There's no reason I shouldn't. It's one of those similar things I was talking about where I was like, I need to look at these regions and just see what I'm super close to finishing. I haven't really done much. I've done spiders, apparently. That's about it. In fact, I've done spiders, but I haven't done the barrow spider thing. It's kind of annoying. I want to have a look how much we jump up. 26. Hey, there we are. So, it's a lot of deeds in not a lot of time, but whatever. So what do we get? Yeah, Place of Dwarves, Explorer of Ered Luin, Deeds of Ered Luin, Gnomes in Thorin's Hall. So, good. Happy with that. And that is an extra 10 lottery points. And then it's just Sarnor, which is an interesting one. Actually, that brings up a really good point. So, I've always talked about Sarnor, and I haven't done Sarnor on Tar Valon properly. I've only got 2 out of 6, I think it is. So I'm missing however many, but I've done 2. I know that much. Why am I going this way? Because this is not where the Stable Master is. But I had always talked about the idea of like, if you, in theory, if you, when the server comes back up, you log in, should mean that hopefully everything's like respawned, in theory.
Greetings.
So, okay, that doesn't really work. I'm working until 4 tomorrow. So that doesn't really work out in my favor. I was hoping for a second that I was working till like an earlier time. Because that way I could hopefully log in as what am I trying to say? Yeah, as they like respawn, or as the server comes up, they respawn in theory, and then I can just get them like straight away. But I don't actually know if that actually works. Okay, and Galtrev. And then I complete Deeds of Eriador at some point. I forgot that's a deed because I've done it so long ago on Tar Valon. Tar Valon? Fairhand. now we can get back on track. So we have Elder Wolves, Hardfang, that's fine. And then we have the Forest Boars, which are the ones I thought were like clipping through the ground. Not these guys. Oh wait, these are the elder ones. Okay. Thought for a second they were slightly different looks. But okay. And then that actually does it? Not quite. I mean, maybe including the kills and stuff, this might actually level us up. If not, like one final quest should get us there. What is that? Was that a reduced awareness? Of course it is. What is it about Tuesday nights? I mean, I didn't even get hit in that battle, so I'm not going to complain. So you don't count. No. It's got to be like hearty. Or hardy, not hearty. Meaner older pigs. No, go away. Don't aggro me. Okay, you are common. So there was a difference. And you don't count. Actually, that was a really quick respawn. You don't count, which is good to know. Vaguely. Which one of these does damage to, like... Is there not one... I know this one obviously does. But... Is that not a... Basically, earlier I attacked the Raven. But then I hit the other Raven as well. So I didn't know if there was another... attack, because I definitely didn't use more. I don't know how I hit the other one. It's weird. Anyway, reward track. Could we up any? 61. Yeah, not bad. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's another quest after this, because you've got to like bring out the boss or something. You've got to like yeah, get the boss to aggro you by placing down something at the front of the water over here. Oh, what did I get? Exploring Prengwind. Whatever. I explored it though. Whatever it was. Yeah, you got to place the thing outside here. Hey, more Lotro points, won't complain. Getting ever so closer to my goal of the milestone skill. I don't even know. Isn't it like Expedient Traveler? There's 3, right? So there's half an hour for everything, and then 25 minutes for cooldowns and 25 minutes for milestones. Expedient Traveler, Hurry Traveler, and then I think you have to buy Expedient, then you get the other one. So what's this? Return to, travel to, and milestone skills by 30 minutes. And then this reduces the milestone skills by 30 minutes. And there's another one that reduces it by 25 minutes. So it goes down to 5 minutes. But if that's 1,500 basically, I don't actually know what the other price is for the third one. It's not bad. I mean, even if I look at D-Tracker, just, you know, not including what we've already done, there is 2,600 just in Eriador. So if I'm like efficient about it, or even not efficient about it, before I get to the end of Eriador, I should be able to afford it for a character. And then I can go into these areas, and that's another 2,600. So even if I did half of this and half of the other one, that sort of makes it up. Gondol's barely got any. You notice how they really don't want you having Lotro points in this newer content? It's like, hey, 35 Lotro points. Reputation's the main one though, if you want it. Because yeah, add that on a rep for every single one is 50 extra points per region. Pretty good. Oh yeah, exactly. I was like, what was I looking for? I do actually want to keep these. I think you can sell those somehow. But I like to keep them. I know they don't. It's just one of those things where I like can get a couple of those every so often, and it's just nice to have an extra morale thing. Okay, lure and defeat the big blood tusk at its den.
Evil things stir in the night. The Turkluth have been destroyed.
Um,
I pray to the Ochguira that we will not
Just
be
trying
left.
to see if there's any good looking things here, because it's more about the cosmetics than it is the stats at the moment. So I actually don't know what this looks like fully. I don't mind that minus the helm. Take the helm off and I actually think I'm alright with that. I might even wear it for a bit. I think in general I've just gone off of helmets and hats and whatever in this game. And then the day they do a proper, like, better hair stuff, then, oh, it'll be so much better. I actually wonder how quickly I'd be able to get this character, like, properly up to, like, not necessarily 150. Well, I guess 150, yeah, 150 plus actual, like, semi-decent gear. Because right now I'm not being the most efficient. I'm just playing a region I like, just to get to 75. But if I was, like, constantly on the edge of orange, you know, being in, where should I be now? Entwash Vale right now? Problem with that region is everything kind of leads into itself, so I have to do the beginning stuff, then the next stuff, then the next stuff. So I have to kind of start from the beginning. But yeah, I'll probably skip most of Gondor, to be honest. As soon as you get to 100, just start doing Mordor. Why not? Just have to do the epic to actually get in there. That's the only thing. I think you can skip straight to that epic. I think you can literally just do the go to Gandalf at the campsite and go straight into it. Right, so this quest should level us up if all things go correctly, and then we should, I think, also be able to move on, but also be able to actually get our gear. Hey, tidings from Galadriel. We get our discipline, Rohirrim skill, and all that. I would love if this includes a map, but let's go put on this stuff. So I'm not really going to take a before and after, but we actually went down in morale, I think, which is interesting. I don't really know how that works. Oh no, I lie. Just checking. This is definitely, yeah. Okay, so 4,004. I thought I had more than that. So we've gone up in morale. Our might was like 700 and something. So yeah, something's like, some of this has to be wrong for this set bonus to work. I think the set bonus is wrong. I guess. As in, oh sorry, not the set bonus, but the set total is wrong. It's still more than we had. But not as much as the wiki would sort of make it seem. Either way, it's an upgrade. Not really fussed outside of that. So I'm going to chuck this, because if I do really want it back, it is easy enough to obtain from vendors. Right, new quick slot page, which is a weird message to see. From Galadriel, Anita Rohan. I have need of you, my adventuring friend, and Karis Galzon. Come to me outside the house of Celeborn, my husband, and we'll speak of things I've seen in my mirror. So that is actually a perfect way for us to get there. But it is a bit of a pain to physically get there, so I am concerned how we want to do this. I have two ways. One is personal home, because I have one token, one mithril token that I... Actually, to be fair, can I not do it from here? I know you can get to Karis Galzon from here. But, basically, can I use a mithril coin
You are welcome
to
here,
get there?
as long as you do not trouble us.
Can you not get that from here? Huh. Well, at the very least, I can go to 21st Hall and save myself an hour thing. And hopefully, if I've gotten to the outside, I've definitely gone to the first hall, so I can at least just go by foot. And that saves me a thing. Also, I got a class trait point. I still haven't used a load of them. I say a load, I mean 2.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
So, we want to go... Yeah, because I can't go straight into anywhere else. Right? No. So, first hall. This is why I should play my characters properly through actual content and get all the travel skills. Well, not travel skills, but all the thingies to it. Speaking of travel skills, I really need to go back to Galtreve and just get my Galtreve rep up, because I am no longer doing that at the minute, which means I'm not going to go get Kindred. But maybe that's one of my goals, is just... I'll get a list of sort of... Well, I can get the list up on the wiki, right? Reputation... for Lotro. And it does it by level, right? So... Thorin's Hall, Madden Society, Men of Breed, Dunedain of Cardolan, Inling, Gale Association, Path of Valor. Which I sort of need to do, right? Need to work out how that works for me as Fairend. But yeah, Yonder Watch, Egglane, Rangers Vestal Den. It shouldn't be that difficult to get to them, especially the ones that have thingies, whatever they're called, rep items. Okay, I'm gonna guess no.
Greetings to you.
And I was right. Yeah, so I'd like to get these Path of Valor tokens at some point. I don't know the best way of going about that is potentially, I assume just playing regularly, right? So Path of Valor token you get from hero marks, which are bound to account, or tokens of heroism. So I can trade those. I have 27, and that's just through like casually playing, even. So can I just give those in? Through thingy? No, please do tell me how that works. Wait, tokens of heroism is different. Okay, so it's the same icon. Token of heroism gives you hero marks, and then hero marks you trade. Cool. Okay, so let's actually have a look at this. So when playing a fearless or high difficulties, we know this. These can be turned... enemies of your own or higher level may drop tokens of heroism. These can be turned into a complete weekly task from the Hardened Traveler. Fearless, these to drop for up to 3 members in a fellowship at heroic. They drop up for 6 members. The drop rate of these tokens is increased somewhat with high difficulties. An ideal instance for gathering these tokens would be Thikil Gundu, because that instance has a lot of creatures and you're accompanied and buffed by 5 dwarf NPCs, which makes the fight easier. The problem with that instance is that instance has 5 dwarf NPCs, but they're 120, so it doesn't actually help too much. So I don't actually know. I don't know. It's an interesting idea. We can have a look into it. I can just like toggle it. I didn't. I was just, you know, I was trying to work out something else as well, and I was distracted by the beauty of this broken bridge. Yeah, maybe we'll try out the idea of going Thikil Gundu, probably with champion. I need to sort out champion gear first. In fact, Embers, where are we at? 8,400. I need to just get Ember. To be fair, actually, I'm waiting on update 39 before I go Embers gear because the item level goes up. We are indeed in Lothlorien. I'm about to go talk to Galadriel because we've just hit 75, which pushes us into Rohan officially. And hopefully we're just going to go grab our war steed so it's done. And then probably push ourselves forward to get to like Entwash Vale maybe. I'm trying to, now that I've sort of done Dunland for a bit and I've got the level 75 gear and whatever, I now need to push a little bit further forward. Why do I want a war steed? Because later on, when there's a lot of running back and forth, war steeds make things so much quicker. Not having a war steed on Afka and comparing it to having a war steed on like any other character, going through more specifically the one in the Corsairs of Umbar content, is just so much slower. Like mind-numbingly slower. So, yeah. I won't say that. It's not like it's difficult to get. So. Yeah, I can skip Great River. Really. Which is good, because I don't have to do it. I do like the Great River as a region, actually. I get to talk to the eagles and stuff, which is quite fancy, but yeah, I don't know.
Sweet Melon.
Oh, okay. Did I see Frodo? No, I see Elladan and Elra here though. Using it has no effect. Wait, do I have... Can I not go in there? Or is it a non... Yeah, so I can't go in there. But that should work. This rope should work. So why is it not working? Galadriel, how am I supposed to talk to you? Well, never mind. We don't actually have to come here. I was just doing a... Well, no, because that should bypass the rep. You have to get the rep to get in through the main door, but you should be able to climb through the back. And I'm not grinding out rep at the moment, so... I don't know if there's a level thing specifically to it. Evening. Ah, I know why. I know what it does. So, you have to get trusted in Kara's Galador, which means you have to get friend, which you either have to grind out, or you do the Mirror of Galadriel quest, which I could have sworn I've done on this character, because it gives you a cracked Khazad-dûm tracery. But that quest gives you 10,000 Galadrim rep, which gets you enough to get in. But I'm neutral with them at the moment. Well, yeah, 24 rep. And then otherwise it doesn't really matter. There was a way, I could have sworn there was a thing to get in there though. Well, there used to be. Or there is a Ballad of Bingo Boffin thing, but I have never done that one before, so either way, don't really matter. No problem. Oh, hey, we could see,
Mind my words, traveler.
Actually, let's see what this gear's like. No, okay, it is worse. Which makes sense, because item levels. I could get silver tokens of Anduin, which then would allow me to... And I do like that. It's like, oh, the gear isn't a good thing. I'd rather more tokens I can trade for later. That's quite nice. We could do that and go for jewelry, potentially. But we are going to skip this region for the moment. And we're going to go straight on to Rohan. To the Wold. Which means we're going to have to go Langfold first, which means we get to do our first warband of Cinder, because we like Cinder. Should be an easy one. I can't necessarily say what the best are, but I can tell you what I use. Specifically, these are what I have installed, but not necessarily I use them all. A lot of them is experimentation. So I use Alt-Holic because that's a definition of what I am. It lets me see my main alt characters, look in their inventories and stuff, which is quite nice. I don't really use many of these. I use Deed Tracker because I just like to track my deeds, and it, you know, I can look at what everybody's done. I can see Feyrand, and I can see that I've done a lot, basically. You know. So that's one thing as well. Festival Buddy is useful when the festivals come out. Item Treasury I use because it's nice to look up items. Other than that, I only really use Travel Window. And that's kind of it. I know a lot of people use Titan Bar, but I have weirdly had issues with it all the time. So I kind of just leave it alone. Vitals is an interesting one. Was it Vitals? I can't remember. There was a... I used Prime for a while. For the Vitals. But I kind of, I don't know. I like my frames, so speaking of which. Which frame do I want? Great River, it's fitting. There we are. Other than that, though, I kind of stick to not a lot. Outside the game, though, I do use the Lotro Companion, which is an app that scans your character, basically, and lets you look at gear and other such things, and what deeds and what quests and stuff. It's a really interesting piece of kit. It is this thing, so I can go on here and I can scan this character, and it's not going to get everything because it doesn't have everything right now because I haven't opened up everything. This is really useful mostly for Feyrand, because I can look at his gear, and then I can go up to Aranma, and I can look at Aranma's gear, edit stuff, test out gear, see what titles I've got, what quests I've got, look for quests in a certain region, ignore the ones I've completed. It's a bunch of really cool things. Super useful program. I used to use a lot more. I used to use, I can't remember what it was called, actually. I used this, like, UI thing that showed, like, morale here and power here. I want to say it was called, like, Palantir or something. But Palantir's the beta server, so I actually don't know. Or alpha server. And then if you aren't using the plugin compendium, I would suggest using the plugin compendium for installing and updating plugins. Again, a separate program, but makes life a whole lot easier installing and updating everything. What is this plugin? Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's just a plugin to have other plugins. Interesting. Oh, hey, I found a campsite that I didn't mean to find. Cool. Warband and Deed Slayer. I like to just go by filtered, by date updated. These are all interesting. Either way. And if we give us a second, we should be closing in on our next little thing. And priority now is jewelry, I guess. Hello, person. Rohan awaits. Talk to the guard in Langhold. This quest must be turned in before completing the quest of Langhold. Good, let's do that thing then. Also, I'm gonna get rid of my broken amulet because I don't need it anymore. Presumably never will. And yeah. Oh yeah, no wonder I've got the Grey Company stuff. I wonder if would I look good in the Grey Company stuff? Maybe without the hat. Maybe. Or helmet. Whatever you want to call it. Why is there a random provisioner here? No clue. I kind of want to find out. Oh, it's this place. Okay, that makes more sense. It's been so long since I've been to this area. It's a little bit weird. But I think we should be fine. Oh yeah, we gotta do this to get to our Warsteed anyway. That makes sense, actually. Finally doing on-level questing. It's a miracle. Also, we should maybe update our thingy. Horse Lords, that's fitting. Just change our frame for the expansion that we're in. That makes sense. So, in theory then, I just skip to Minas Morgul and we're done, right? Well, I say that I haven't got the, or Tidebreakers, technically, if I want to be more specific.
The Rohirrim have need of your services. What brings you to these lands?
I do like that it looks like a bubble, but, still not my favorite. Where was the Horse Lords? There we are.
Our success depends upon our strength.
I hear rumors of brigands in these parts.
Our mission is dire.
Just letting you know I've heard rumors. Not gonna do anything about them, but I actually don't know what I prefer when it comes to deeds. Whether or not it goes complete X amount of quests or complete all quests. I mean, with Langhold, it makes sense just because of how the story goes. But
Greetings.
I've also noticed this is where they start to do this whole like
You have a moment.
comments thing a lot more. I think you can previously do it, but I think it's a lot more noticeable in this. It's like I've always talked about when I've been playing Faerun and we go into a new expansion. I'm like, I wonder if we can tell what sort of gimmick almost the expansion has. There's always like something that they try and then most likely
well met, my friend.
Never return to. What's occurring?
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
13k? I mean, I guess that is half of what I was getting. Or less than half.
The Rohirrim have need
no
of
double
your
XP.
services. Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Okay, and this should take us to Cinder's Warsteed thing as well. And also reward track, we're nearly at 62. Yeah. I'm actually curious on how we're going to fare against like on level and war steed stuff, just because, again, I actually don't have a load of stuff on here. I think it might be a good idea for me to maybe at some point just go back to Rivendell potentially and get myself some better traceries, just some rares. I mean, if I'm not on fire, I think I'm fine. Like, I don't think I'm gonna die necessarily. I just think I'm just gonna take a little bit longer to kill everything this time around. If I remember correctly, this area is quite quest dense. A lot of landscape stuff going on, which is always good. I do love me some remote landscape, whatever you want to call it, quests. I like just showing up somewhere and being like, I have this one quest to go do, and then suddenly I've got 5 quests to do, and I'm like, cool. I like this. Please don't interrupt me. How dare you? Is Cinder not around? I know Cinder like walks back and forth. If someone's killed it, then... Okay, 300 meters away, give or take. That's going to be our true, like, test of strength. If I can't kill it, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. But if I can, then I'm confident for the rest of this. Can you just stop following me? And you. You heard what I told him. Right. Warband, Cinder. 6,500 morale. Okay, let's do this properly. So. Okay, we're fine. How much experience? 29,000. If only it was repeatable more than once per day. And I got 30 marks. Are you kidding me? How dare you? Actually, one thing I do need to do is put this on. Actually, I say that. I was not too worried about tracking wood and stuff, because unlike some of my other like my actual prospecting characters, I guess, I'm actually quite far into my Forester, because Forester I'm lucky enough to be able to just use hides, and then Woodworker is also a similar case where I think I just bought stuff or like obtained it via whatever means, like delving probably. And I just have to process a load of Umbari stuff, and then I'm fine. Eventually, I need to get it sorted because I need to make my pocket item. Right. Okay, you're 6.1, so if I can kill Cinder, I can kill you just as easily, if not easier. Easy. Cool. Silver tokens of the Riddermark. I will take it. And we do get a bunch of food. So we get white puddings, which is 37 vitality, and crit. We get out of combat run speed, which unfortunately doesn't stack with anything. Though I wonder if out of combat run speed is technically, I mean it is, but I wonder if the game sees it as the same as the peaceful movement speed. I mean, we can drink it. It's not like it's going to matter. Okay, no, it's not the same. Well, it is the same, as in, like, I'm not getting the 78% speed. Which is correct. But I guess at least I get the 10% while I'm running, just generally. So that's at least one advantage.
Our mission
Though
is
I'm
dire.
barely not in bear form.
What
Like,
brings
I'm
you to
hardly,
these lands?
like, actually not doing that.
Will you help me, kind stranger?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You're gonna have to fight with a bear. It's not gonna end well for you.
My
A
parents
game
say
of
that
brigand
strangers might be
bashing.
dangerous.
The fearless children of Langhold have invited you to join
Okay.
them in a game of
Let's
brigand
switch
bashing,
to
in
this.
which they reenact the deeds of their fathers and foes.
Where's my bat? I don't have a bat. I think, is it? Oh, it's here. I remember now. I was like, I knew I put it on a hotbar somewhere. Sorry, boy. You are literally just going to be chased by me. There's no reason for me to attack anybody else. Maybe it's a little unfair to you, but this is just the way. There's no cooldown on you specifically getting attacked. Am I being a bully? Maybe. Am I trying to hit you out of the arena? Maybe. And the craftiest brigand, you'll never catch me. I'm not trying to catch you. I'm trying to catch the guy who clearly is enjoying it right now. It's like I'm in an expansion right now. I'm only attacking the one villain and letting all the others go free. And I've not even attacked the named one yet. No, I unclicked off of you. No, get back here. Okay, and then the real villain's gonna show up. Where's the real villain? Show yourself. There he is. I didn't know what side he came from.
What business have you?
Basically, he just walked in on a load of kids beating me up. That's essentially what he just, like, you know. But so be it.
What brings you to these lands?
Okay, I'm getting up to 30k
Revealing
without
me
double
your
XP
reign.
now, so that's actually quite good. We should have come here a lot earlier just to, like, 3 times the speed of our experience. That would have been a very good idea.
Time
That's what happens
is
when you do,
short.
like, 8 levels under.
So is hope.
Find the Brigand Camp, and then doing so has 2 landscape quests, and then the next other quest has 2 more landscape quests. So many. I just like to be busy, you know? Perfect. Do I have my carryall on me? I feel like I should, but I don't. He doesn't know. He just thinks I'm a bear. It's confused. Actually, I know I probably can't, but can I? Oh, I can. Okay, that actually makes life a little bit easier. Okay, let's get rid of all this though. So, confront the leader of the brigands about the group's aggressive positioning, defeat brigands just in general, and then free cattle from their tethers. This is the third one. Collect stolen coins from brigands, which we'll get by completing that, and then collect stolen grain as our final one. And I'm going to try my luck, because technically I can get a universal solvent from this. Very likely I'm not, but there was a chance. It's kind of annoying. I do actually have to be in man form for the grain. Kind of wish that wasn't the case. Am I getting any armor out of any of this? Silver tokens of the Riddermark. Can I buy stuff with that? I think at 76 I can buy it. Let me have a look. Cool. Silver token of the Riddermark. So armor, quartermaster, shield, weapon, and miscellany, which is Warsteed bridles, which is actually one very good point. Crafting recipes, I'm not really that fussed about. Yes, jewelry, 76 is my jewelry level, so maybe we'll go with that, potentially. Earrings, rings, I mean, we'll just have to have a look at how good they are or not. There should be one in here in Harwick anyway. Trying to think of whether or not we should actually do the whole Harwick thing where we get, you know, like kicked out over to here and stuff. I think that's the right one. Is that this region or is that up here? No, Stangard. You don't get kicked out of Stangard. No, it's the other one. Oh, I can just run also straight into the cave. I don't need to worry about these guys. Which one of these? Ugh. Resistance evade. Hello, Eastmond.
What is this world coming to?
You're definitely never going to attack, right? That's definitely the case. I feel like if I could just split myself into like 100 of me, and then one of me lives at every town, nowhere would ever get attacked. They'd just be too scared. The problem with this jewelry, like this traded stuff, right? They're 15 tokens a pop, I think all throughout, yeah. But because they're like, so you buy them at 76, 78, 80, and 83. I feel like at 76, I'm gonna be like, well, I just may as well wait till I'm 78 and get the better set. And then at 78, I'm gonna be like, oh, I may as well wait 2 levels to get them at 80. And then at 83, I'm gonna be like, well, maybe I can now get them, or should I just wait to get it in the next region? One thing I'm certainly not doing, I am definitely not going for the Ring of Rohan stuff, because that is just far too much of a grind out for that. What's that, like, so 150 tokens plus the Star Blossoms and Wormfires and whatever. Never gonna happen.
But the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
Does bring up the idea though. Jewelry index. Oh, jeweler recipe. I don't want jeweler recipe. Ring index. That's the thing. It doesn't have an overall. Like,
what business have you with the Rohirrim?
Every jewelry, it's just specific bits. Let's have a look though. So I know one thing I could do at this level is it's crafted. The rings that I was talking about earlier. And yeah, Roots of Fangorn. I could carry myself through Roots of Fangorn, I guess. But that kind of ruins the point, right? A little bit.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Speak to the guard of the
Welcome.
second southernmost
Stay
tower.
a moment and speak with me.
Or that, I could go... I mean, further adventure tokens. 261. I could buy myself some rings at 80, I guess. It's always an idea. Oh, that's ridiculous if that's a legitimate amount of vitality. Let's have a look. Item treasury. It's confused me because it's all stretched out. Runstan's copper ring apparently has 315 vitality. Nope, it's just not on the wiki correct. Okay, I did think so. I was like, 315 is a ridiculous amount of vitality at this level. Yeah, so looking at that, it's worse than what I've got by a significant margin. What about Failed Assassin's Ring? That looks quite good. Even if it's been severely decreased in stats. 93 might, 31 agility, finesse physical mastery. But I lose vitality. Webbed Sapphire Ring. That is from the Roots of Fangorn instance again. I grinded that out for so long. It is bind on equip, so I can actually buy that with any character. I can obtain that with any character. So I could run through at level 75 with Reneborn, get that armor or jewelry, and then just trade. I want to see what level this person is. Confuse me with what they... Okay.
What brings you to these lands?
I think I have to find... Yeah.
Our mission is dire.
The Central Tower reports no issues whatsoever. I know, I see a campsite that's potentially problematic from here.
What brings you to these lands? What business have you with the Rohirrim? The Rohirrim have need of your services.
I'm actually interested in something, right? I want to... Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've got an alt account with a champion that's outside Roots of Fangorn instance. But nah. Sign the source of the Watchman's Dread in the Easterling encampment. And then I should get defeat Easterlings, which then leads me to sorcerers and stuff, which leads me to just getting... is it iron, I think? Mordor Steel. See, I mostly remember these quests. I thought there was something specifically about defeating the Easterlings, sorcerers. I might be thinking of a different area though. Or it was I tried to stay away from them because I hate them. Any of you have my favorite cloak? Maybe? Please? Actually, I don't know if the Easterlings have it. I can't remember. Either way, doesn't really matter. They're all gonna die and they're all not gonna drop the cloak even if I wanted it and they had it on them. So I still haven't bought that. Probably as close as I'll get cloak. I need to do that at some point. I have the tokens for it. I should be fine. Right, who's in combat with me? Aha. Please drop the final bit of Mordor Steel. That'd be very much appreciated. He did. Cool. I just got to defeat one more Easterling once I find out what the dread is. Oh no, it's a Nazgul. Not really, but kind of. It's a winged terror, which also indicates there is a Nazgul nearby. Because, you know, it's fine. Okay. Now we can actually just head back. A fell beast of Mordor perched there, and its rider cannot be far. You should observe the enemies in this part of the camp. So, my favorite cloak is a cloak which some people... Well, okay, so my favorite cloak is... Let me go find the screenshot. My favorite cloak is this cloak in the game. That's my favorite cloak in the game. In that color as well. However, it's unobtainable. The cloak I'm on about is from the Khandum instances, the new ones, which is the Cloak of the Dark Veil, which is, I think, the closest I'm gonna get to it. Sort of in style, and then like Evandin Blue would probably be, or Steel Blue? No, not Steel Blue. Either way, that's probably the closest I'd be able to get to it. Also, I just really like that cloak, so I'm not complaining. It's only 110 Sarskillinen or whatever, so, and I have 124, so I can afford it, but I just need to like just do that. I don't think there's any specific requirements behind obtaining it.
What brings you to these lands? Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Such a trek. Why does it take so long to get to places? You telling me I can't teleport? It's ridiculous. I need to get back onto the page about this questing, though. Let's shut off all these other tabs that I don't need. So, reason for alarm. Okay, so we're like really, really close to doing this. Reason for alarm we're finishing. War comes to Rohan, which is the instance. Devastation in the north takes us somewhere else. And then we'll be in the Harwick Stables, where you can take the tutorial on how to use your war steed. We do love war steeds. Always fun. I'm sure with the amount of reduced awareness that I've had today, it's going to go really well. Hello, Thane.
Welcome,
Watch
my
out.
friend.
There is
The Rohirrim are grateful for
an
your
evil
aid.
thing. Also, I think I get a mace
Reinhold
on
is
here,
under
right?
attack by brigands, and
Yeah,
worse yet,
the
their new
mace.
Kundalor
I've always grabbed it
allies
because it
from
was
the
always
east.
really good for an offhand, but this armor actually could be better at some point. Because I remember this stuff actually being really good
What
for,
business have you with
like,
the Rohirrim?
for when you get it, especially if you haven't like gotten regular gear since. It's not even uncommon. Like literally the first bit of gear you get in this is rare, which is kind of surprising. Does that not I just realized. So, okay, you accept the quest, you look at the gear, right? I look at the gear before I start the quest a lot of the time. I don't look at it when I complete it. So, you know, that's fine. A weather-beaten club has seen the death of many horse riders. Fine, that's whatever. This one doesn't have a flavor text. This one, while very finely made, it could not save the Thane. Is that not being a little bit spoilery? I know it's in the same quest, but Like, but he's there. What's the chance it doesn't even look like that? Doesn't even look like what he's wearing. No wonder it didn't save him. He wasn't wearing it.
Our mission is dire.
Leave the meat hall and search for the mountainside. Hello, where are you? You're over here. You should be out here. Oh no, you just didn't spawn. Okay. Hey, how are we doing? Let me click on you, please.
Our mission is dire.
Our mission is indeed very dire. Ready the war steed. Can I do that as a horse? As a horse? As a bear? Yes. Do not despair. We are people of the Riddermark. Question? Go for it. Sound of battle rings. Oh, I do actually have to talk to you. I did that last time. I like ran off before I actually talked to her. Didn't really mean to do that before. Let's get our Wanderlust as well, because we need to fight. Can I just maul? It's probably not too useful, but it's like if I can AoE and just get quicker, you know. Is there a quick way to level from 60 to 80? Yes. Kind of. There's a couple ways I could say going about it. One is missions, if you have access to them. So that's either like Trestle Bridge or like Bilbo, or no, Bilbo. Eldan and Elrahir, Elder Slate, those missions, they all scale to your level and are rather quick, so they're quite good. Just doing them daily even. If you're one thing you can do if you're VIP is if you go to your wallet, press perks, and then you can buy the enhanced XP supplies. You can get 1 per day up to 5 maximum, and they give you a little bit of double experience on your bar, like the VIP experience. So that'll help you. And you get 200 Destiny points every time you level, past level 10, I think it is. So you should, in theory, have a bit of those stockpiled. Missions, if you're at 60, jumping to like a higher level area, so going somewhere that's about 5 levels above you if you've got decent gear is good. So Dunland at that level is really good. That's what I was actually at before for here. But Dunland has a lot of, starts at 65 and goes all the way up to 75 content-wise. So that's quite a lot of, 10 levels worth. It's a whole expansion's worth, and it's all very well made, like flow-wise. So that's quite a good region, and slightly high level, but still. That's what you want. The higher the level, if it's an orange quest, you'll get more experience for it. Or another thing you can do, I can't do it right now, is just doing something like Trouble in Tuckborough at like 7 levels above. So you could run that at 82 for me, and then it's still relatively easy. You're running 7 levels ahead, so it's like a lot more experience, and then you can just if you switch levels, so if I did it at 82 and then 81 and then 82, 81, 82, 81, it resets the instance every time, so you don't have to wait for like it to reset at all, which is one way of grinding that out, because that's what I do for Osgiliath armor, which I probably should have done for this character. Really would have helped me not have to worry about gear ever, well, until about 85-ish. The Thane has fallen and madness comes all over. Yeah, so Trouble in Tuckborough is quite a good one instance-wise, because, or skirmish-wise, because you can actually skip the counter-attacks. So you do the, the banners, and then you can just run to the next one. And it doesn't matter if the hobbits die. You don't get, like, penalized or anything. So you can actually, like, skip decent amount of yeah. It was like 3 counterattacks, 4 counterattacks, something like that. So. Yeah, Dunland's a pretty good
Our
way
mission
of
is
like
dire.
a good area to level in basically. Just because the amount of quests that are
What
going on.
business have you with the Rohirrim?
Okay, so we known to the world and we complete all the quests in Langhold. Also, it's really good for gear,
Need of your
like
services.
comparatively. Like, not necessarily really good for gear, but it gives you a lot of gear, so you're gonna probably get something better. And if you've got Lotro points spare, double XP things always exist in the store. Or if you do 15 missions, you I don't know if I've got any on here. If you do 15 missions, you can also get the character boost box, which will have a double XP for an hour, so that also helps. Extra. I've been doing it for my rep accelerators, to be fair, but you also get a double XP thing, so why not? The mead hall is looked for good. There is no more Thane in Langhold. Why did I go out of bear form? I don't know. Hey, Cinder's back. Nice. Hello. Devastation in the north.
Welcome and well met,
And
my friend.
we'll also do this one.
Hail, friend. May I have a
Can
moment of your
I...
time?
Okay, so it's because I haven't got War Steed training yet.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Cool. I now have a War Steed in theory, right? Is that how that works? Get some incomparable tracery token, not tracery tokens, tracery things. So I should be able to War Steed now. So let's swap those around. Yeah, I think I'll have it like that. And then
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
this is here,
Rohirrim
but
will
I
need
want to
your
do
aid.
the riding course first. Try and get this done as quickly as possible. Hopefully you don't mess up with any of it.
What brings you to these lands?
Did I mess up? Oh no, okay. It's like updating, but it updates every like small increment, not actually. Like it's updating in quarters, which is fine. And we got to do a little bit of maneuvering, and I just got to hope that... I was about to say, hope that the server behaves, but it's not, because I'm back here now. Ladies and gentlemen, War Steeds. Even my double-clicking S to stop isn't working. Hello.
What brings you to these lands?
See, if it's just stopping that's bugged or like being buggy, I don't mind. I can deal with that. But if it's the actual movement that's going to be a problem, then I'm going to have problems because if you go too slow on this, I think you fail as well. Could be wrong about that. It's been a while. Ooh, 10% chance to heal. Oh. I wasn't actually paying attention. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to look at these. Right, now we gotta do all the flags, which is fine. Ultimately, I just want to get enough levels to get dash and sacrifice, and then I'm good. That's all I need. It actually clicks up before you go through the flag, which is interesting.
Our mission is dire.
Okay. Boom. I can't remember if this one's a pain, because I think there's a thing where like two of them are very close to each other, so it doesn't actually give you enough space to properly jump. Yeah, this one. Hey, it actually worked. Nope, it didn't. You kidding me? Really? Okay. Fine. At least it's not like resetting to 0. So the trigger's got to be like on top then, which makes sense. Because I jumped backwards through it. Okay, now I have to worry about fighting, which is the reason I was trying to move all my stuff.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
This is the hardest one. Because you can't go slow. I think you can go slow, but you can't stop. Or go outside too far. Maybe they've made it nicer since I last did this. I'm just going to use B stuff because ranged. What's this one? Ferocious Roar. See, I did something. Okay, that does work. Good. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do it a second ago. But... If I can get an early hit, that's preferred, though. Definitely having a range skills, this is going to make life a lot easier. Trying to do this with only melee is a hassle. I think I'd be done right now if I hadn't messed up. So sad. I got these such sharp corners. Literally, you want to turn, you go like 360 turn it. Okay.
What brings you to these lands?
And are we done? Are we finished? Never have to touch a war steed again.
Our mission is
Not that we're
dire.
not going to, it's just we don't have to. I actually don't know which one. I'm probably just going to go the... Is it better to go scout, though? Because it's light and therefore... agility. Oh, wait, no. Oh, scholar is the light one. Yeah, okay. They do that weird thing where for some reason they... Normally it's always will on top, agility in middle, and then like might in the third slot. But they for some reason swapped them around. Yeah, we're going to go the lowest one because I think it gives you the highest speed. And considering that's all we're really after,
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
I'm not too fussed. Right then, let's go find the source of the buzzing noise and the crazed salamanders, and then hopefully a bunch of other stuff, because I like the idea of getting a lot of experience right now. It's good. I'm happy to do that. Though I can, now that I've got my war steed, rush up to the Entwood Vale. Or Entwash Vale, sorry. And there's a lot of quests at Thornhope, so that could be an idea. So what is it? Norcroft's. Should I have a look? Let's like rush over there. I can't dash yet, but should at least make my horse look pretty. Do I want to do Dead City? Yeah, why not? I mean, I like Ash Plains, but we'll go with this. I also need to go for the hides. That's the thing I do want to eventually go. Cliving. Ugh. Wildermore. Even more so, actually. Actually, no, I like cliving story-wise. I like the little, this one. I think, is it this one? Or is it somewhere else? This one? There is a thing where you have to go lie to a guy, which makes it sound worse than it is, but we don't have to. I've just never chosen to tell him the truth because he doesn't deserve it. But, you know, that's just my opinion. Let's at the very least get a travel stable master thing. Great River legging recipes. Wayfarer leggings. Level 75.
The Rohirrim have need of your service.
Yeah, maybe actually is worth picking up here.
Welcome and
For a
well met,
minute.
my friend.
Our success depends upon
What
our
level
strength.
are these? 79. So that's 4 levels above, which gives us a
Our
teeny
success
bit of leeway
depends
to
upon our
level up.
strength. Will you aid us?
Whereas the moment it goes to like 81 with the other quests, we're like screwed.
Will you aid?
Hello,
Rohirrim?
sir. What is your problem? Convince Giselman to donate food for the refugees. Is this... He is here. Okay. She is here.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Talk to this person. Now talk to this person. Now talk to this person. That is pretty much all this quest seems to be. Yeah, so this one, the Vile Acts of Deception, which is an amusing story title, considering. You know, because vile.
Our mission is dire.
It's a pun.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Okay, I'm curious on experience rates for this then, because this is an orange quest, which is what we like to see, and that's generally where I like to stay in terms of leveling. And it is under a wrapper though, so it might not be a full amount of
Our
experience,
mission is
but
dire.
20k, okay. I have a feeling then that because of it's under a wrapper, it's probably not the full amount of experience. But 20k for what we just essentially did, more than happy. I'm hoping for more like, I don't know, 50k-ish. That would be nice. Alright, who else do I need to talk to? Need to go in here.
The Rohirrim
How can
will
I help
need your
you? Silversmith about his order. Hello.
aid. Our mission is dire.
Oh, yeah. Don't I get like knocked out by this or something? Yeah. I wouldn't have done that myself. I'm not gonna lie. I just saw something as well. Oh yeah, we're not in Edoras yet. No. I did think that. It reminded me of an Edoras quest.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
I was trying to think of the one with the house.
Dunlending's
I don't know why it reminded me.
banner of the White Hand.
Talk to the Cordsmith about his shipping and molding. It's like, why haven't you made the thing? Because I paid you. I'm waiting on this thing from this other guy, and this guy's waiting on this other thing. Except he's actually dead. That's why. Wasn't the quartermaster. Oh, wait a minute. Blood-covered dagger. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm trying to think. Later. Oh yeah, okay. So we have to do Hitbold for that to be a thing. Which I guess is this region, right? That is like around here. But I don't think that's something that I'm gonna do
What brings you
like
to these lands?
anytime soon. I'll probably overlevel first and then end up doing it. Just sort of just say I've done it. I mean, the only real advantage is the armor sets, but I don't really see a point about
Aid the Rohirrim.
the armor sets
Our
if
success
we're
depends
just
upon
gonna
our
get
strength.
better gear
Will
not
you
that
aid
long
us?
after.
The Rohirrim have need of your services. The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Okay. Hello.
I hope we will find aid in time.
Then you.
What brings you to these lands?
And everybody else is up here. So actually, I didn't even look. 19k for Fire Lapse of Deception. So is it 19k going to be our regular amount? Or is it all because these are kind of like
The Rohirrim.
super easy quests? Like not actually fighting anything. It's literally just talk to people and that's kind of it situation.
What brings you to these lands?
I guess we'll see in a bit. Hello.
Our mission is dire.
Guard Captain, where are you? Nope. Now, if I remember correctly,
What business have
there
you
isn't
with the Rohirrim?
necessarily a perfect answer here. Perfect answer would be the one that benefits us the most in terms of armor or gear just generally, but I think they all give either nothing or the same item.
What brings you to these lands? Our mission is dire.
Question
Our
you.
mission is dire. Our success
That
depends upon our strength.
Inhild is the one I actually do want to deal with.
Will you aid the
Inhild
Rohirrim?
is actually like you go out. And there's a little bit more to it, so we might have a little bit more interesting stuff. Also, I got a War Steed trait point. Nice. We want to go into this one because we want to get onto. Where's Dash? Dash is here. And we can do that for a moment. So at the very least, we now have Dash as our secondary skill. Spur on can go there, break free, coax. And that's just a morale regen, which is interesting. Okay, I think I'm fine now. Oh, I guess that actually brings up a very good point. I should just be on my War Steed. So I don't really know why I pushed everything up so high, but whatever. Actually, I like having a recuperate on shift 1 because it's more of a natural place for my finger to sit. Not that I think we're going to really concern ourselves too much with combat on the Warsteed. But hey, if it can make me last longer on sacrifice, then why not? Where is he? Oh, he's...
Brings you to these
he's there.
lands. The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Defeat Orc Tormentors and secure the farm gate. Doesn't that cause them to spawn? Yes. Bee Swarm. Egg them. I can't really use maul or anything like this on these guys. Just gonna have to hope I get closer enough. Now where's the other one? Where's he disappeared to? Do I have to spawn him again? Wait. Where am I? Why am I... Where... I hate Warsteed combat. Like, he is here somewhere. He is just running around in the widest circle ever. Yeah, I did have about 2 weeks, I think it was, without streaming, unfortunately. But trying to be a little bit more consistent with it. I can't do this if the guy isn't going to be here. Like, this doesn't really work for me. He's not going to respawn. And if he's gone out of combat, surely he should go to his original spot, but... That's why Warsteed combat is just a bad, like, thing, just generally. Is it here? Are you here? You're a Corruptor. Okay. You're not what I want, though. I need Tormentor. Corruptor. Like, yeah, if you can't give me the... Well, I'm in combat with something. Again. So Feyrand is just kind of... He's hit that wall where he's just got grinding to do before we're able to move on to the next bit of content. So I'm hoping soonish we'll be on to Mordor slash 115. So that's also going to be Legacy of the Necromancer stuff, because I'm not going to separate those two out because it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm going to try this. As the game wants me to play. Oh, what's that? I'm doing 0 damage? Huh. But yeah, hopefully Feyrand will be soon enough back on track to be played again. I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't play him today because, like, on stream, because, you know, server lag has been a pain, which is notoriously bad for Wardens. Wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He just despawned on me. Because it hasn't counted me as doing it. He can't run away. And it's like, if I led him away, fair enough, but he just despawned on me. So my plan is we are going to be doing, okay, spawn back. Just stop being a pain. Okay, so our plan is we are going to be going to 115 like immediately. We're just going to be going through the epic. I'm going to like double XP him throughout it. Get to 115, and then we're going for the well, there's a couple things we're going to do. One, our armor is already really good as is, but Light of Erendil is a thing. Therefore, we have to kind of shake things up. Every other expansion, you could kind of hold on to our old gear, and it was good enough for the next set. However, because of Light of Erendil, we have to kind of, you know, axe that a teeny bit. So the plan
Will
is
you aid the
we're going to
Horse
go
Lords? Our success depends
probably
upon
get the
our strength.
112 motes gear
Will you aid us?
to start as a basic thing. And then we're going to go... we're going to be getting the Thranduil's Power set, which is the Elves of Erebor sort of rep stuff. That's priority. Some of those from questing, some of them is crafting, some of them is whatever. That's going to be the next thing for Light of Arundel, because that gives like 40 each or something like that. Ridiculous. And it's essentially... It's not even essentially. It's exactly the same as the Abyss of Mordath gear, just minus the set bonus. So I really don't care about the set bonus. So whatever. So yeah, we are going to do that. And then... hopefully, I don't think Mordor itself, in terms of questing and deeds, is going to be that bad. I know, like, technically there's a lot region-wise. Like, if I go on Faerûn, which I already am, and go to Mordor, there is 137 deeds. However, that is similar to Dunland in a sense of there is just a lot of quests, or like a lot of regions, and also it's going to be a like Udun, Lingris, whatever. Like that's why, because there's slayers for each individual area, which I kind of prefer sometimes, because I can like focus on one at a time. My concern is going to be the history of Gorgoroth, potentially, depending on how that works. There's a couple ones. And also, there's going to be... yeah, Lost Lore of Mordor is like the one that's going to take a while, because I don't know if it does instances, and Allegiances are going to take a while. But hopefully my plan is... I'm going to do Allegiances, but I'm going to do them on like all my characters, and I should be able to trade over Allegiance items to my main, or to Faerûn, and I can just kind of speed up the process a bit. Honestly, I don't think it's actually going to be that bad. Then we also have technically Stronghold of the North to do, which is 26 deeds. And I don't know if Dwarf Holds count for that. No, because that's Ered Mithrin and stuff. So, yeah, like... Lake Town, that kind of stuff is, I think, going to be part of that. It depends where we're drawing the line on the epic and stuff. Because I still think there's some 120 stuff in Ered Mithrin. Or in, not in Ered Mithrin. There's some 120 stuff in Northern Mirkwood still. That we're not going to do. We're only doing up till 115, so... I need to sort of look closer into what was released at that content release. But it's not the end of the world if we do something by accident. And then we gotta do legendaries. Woo! But yeah, the main deed we're waiting on at the minute is just, well, two deeds in the Wastes, which is the leader of the Leaders Beneath the Hills, I think it's called, which is the resource instances, which are just a grind. And you can't, like, you can do it once per day, obviously, so then it's just another grind that you have to wait for all the time. So there's that, and then also Reputation, which is just also you do dailies, and then you hope that you get enough in a certain amount of time. That's kind of it. It's a situation of where I, like, leave the worst stuff till last because it's the hard, like, the most grindy stuff. But yeah. I mean, I don't know if it shows on Faerûn. We're on 48%, but I don't know if it's showing... I guess it is showing these because I'm logged in as a separate character. But there's some stuff that it counts that you physically, like, still can't get. Like, well, I guess these aren't, but I don't know if it counts these, for example, which I can't get because I was already X level before that was available. And these I just need to grind out. Consumables just take forever. But there's some deeds that you just can't get anymore, and it's like, Do they count
Our
towards the
mission is
thing?
dire.
Is it going to say I got 100
The
even
Rohirrim will
eventually?
need your aid.
Even if I didn't do like conquering the, you know, Remachant, for example. The timed stuff.
Will you aid the Horse Lords? You have
I guess one
escorted
day we
Ingrid
shall
to
see.
The home of Ranka,
I actually don't know.
offering her the chance
how
to have
Velard.
closure regarding the death
27%,
of the
that's
man
actually
she
bad.
once loved.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Oh, it's just yeah, I get that. I'm just saying I don't know if in the total it will like theoretically one day when we get, you know, however many more and we get to 150 and hopefully everything's done or whatever level it is it ever going to say 100, or are there going to be deeds on here that it think? I guess I'm never going to get these. Honestly, I don't even think the Osculia stuff is available anymore. I don't think so. But I'm never gonna get the Etnamore stuff done. Quite honestly, it just doesn't really interest
What
me.
brings you to these
I mean,
lands?
maybe one day I'll like try and join up and do some stuff or whatever. But yeah, not until I'm like maxed and have nothing else to do. Just doesn't really interest me in the slightest. They're not as Hobnanigans, and here I am trying to get max rep with Hobnanigans next time it comes around, so you know.
What brings you to these lands?
I didn't even get experience. Okay. Hello.
What brings you to these lands?
Are you going to give me anything? Ooh, is that an upgrade? I think it is, finally. And then we're not going to worry about those. So, Inhale's Wish, or Speaking the Truth. I am going to do Inhale's Wish because I don't like this guy.
Rohirrim have need of your services.
I'm sorry.
Our mission is dire.
Hey, you know, she was going to visit that guy that was totally dead. Yeah, she met like this really rich guy, and she just ran off with the really rich guy. And you wanted her to be with a really rich guy, so win-win. That totally rich guy was totally just the guy you didn't want her to be with. Just funny. I was like, yeah, sure.
We must
Hello,
stand
I think
by
you did
while
it.
Minions of Orthanc spread their influence.
You established you had no possible access to the kitchen. But what if you did? Hmm?
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
No motive to harm either victim. Oh yeah, I forgot there's 2 victims. Oops. Clearly it must be the soldier. Again, I don't actually think it particularly matters. Come on, let me through. Let me through. Thank you. I'll feel bad though. That's my only thing. I don't want to arrest anybody. But if you're gonna twist my leg and I'll be your local law enforcement even though I literally just showed up and you have no reason to trust me.
Our mission is dire.
Okay, he has a witness that should absolve him of the crimes. But what if the witness is lying? Huh?
What brings you to these
Okay.
lands?
Aurora's with on and
success
I'm gonna go
depends
for
upon
the
our strength.
soldier man. I'm
aid
sorry,
us?
soldier man. I don't actually think you did it. If it makes sense. Which one is the one I'm thinking of? I want to actually see who has the best outcome for this. I mean, I've already chosen, so. I think I chose the right outcome. Honestly.
What business have you with the Rohirrim? Our success.
Ah, and I get to be
depends upon our
detective.
strength.
I thought that was
you
from
lead us?
a different quest. That's nice. I like that title. In Service of the Re, the Failed Assassin's Ring. That was actually one we were looking at earlier that I wanted. That makes sense that we should go for that. Good. We like to see it. Yeah, because what I have right now is not great.
You have done
Okay.
well.
Do I have a title? No, I don't. Okay, 76, finally,
I need
known
you
to the
to do
Norcrofts, and also a Reforge
I need
awaiting
you to do
us.
this. I need you to do this.
I need you to do this. Put it on the second ring so it's easier to swap out in the future. And a Reforge for both weapons, a little bit more damage. And still no traceries, because, my bad. Okay, let's see what we actually have to do. So, convince crofters to evacuate their homes, post warnings across the road, and defeat orc archers in the Norcroft, which I'm going to hate doing because combat on a war steed is garbage. But whatever. It's fine. I mean, it's the minimum level I wanted to get to today. We started at 84. Was it 84 or 83? I can't remember. We started at A level and we're at 80. We started at A level 74, 75, whatever it was, or 73. We're now 76, which is a Reforge level, and I don't know. Just we also got some armor upgrades.
What business have you
See, I
with the
don't think
Rohirrim?
Gundabad's too bad from my memory. I haven't actually finished Gundabad technically, but I mean it's 131, but that's also again because it's like region-wise rather than one overarching, and I kind of prefer that because it means so much more veg experience,
Our mission is dire.
and I can focus on a single area. It makes it feel a bit fuller as well, and then you just have like the continued efforts, reclaiming the belted, the like repeatables, the missions. The missions one is going to take a while because I've got to wait for the rotation. That's about it. And then allegiances are the only ones I think are potentially bad. Maybe the resource instances. I think though that I can just repeat. Like I can just stay there. There's nothing limiting us being in that thing. And then resource ones, yeah, we're just gonna have to get through it eventually. Otherwise, I don't think it's actually all that bad. Leaders of Gundabad, even that one, I think you can, depending on how they work, I think you can just stay in the like battle of the whatever it's called, Battle of the Forges or whatever. True, but if you've done like every quest, then I don't think it's too bad.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Like, I expect, I understand, like, as things go, I'm like, yeah, it's going to take me longer and longer and longer. Which is why I had originally been like, I'm going to do one region a stream, because, like, in my head, completing, like, the Shire and Breeland and Ered Luin, like, in one stream actually was doable. Like, doing Ered Luin in, like, with the Slayer Accelerator in, like, an hour or two is doable. Even without the Slayer Accelerator, really. And then I realized how out of my depth I was going to be with that. Oh, hey, I did combat. You proud of me? I'm just gonna have to use range attacks. There's no way I'm hitting. But yeah, I don't know. It's nice to have a little bit of time in there. And I don't think it should be too bad. I actually don't think it will take us that long. Honestly. I think even my casual doing it on Tavella has not actually been that bad. I guess we'll find out though in like 6 years when we eventually get there. We could like rush through it. The problem is it's when you get to like the final quests like I am on for, or final like grindy bits that I'm on right now for Faerûn, just makes me not really want to log in because it feels like... So right now, the way I've been doing it is I have had a Slayer Accelerator on Faerûn, and because it's a timer, I'm like, right, I'm going to log in, do this, log out. Like that's literally it. And then that just makes me less likely to want to play him because I'm just like, it's kind of boring, honestly. Just logging in to do one thing to log out. Whereas on any other character, I can just pick, oh, I'm going to go do this content today. And it's much more inviting mentally to do that. Final banner. We good. Okay, so that's all done. I need to get one more evacuee and then... Yeah. Alright. Final one, please. But yeah, that's why, like, Faerûn originally was supposed to be done in Mordor, like, February. Like, beginning of February. And I just didn't do it. Honestly. So that's why he's not there now. Otherwise, I'd be there probably right now doing stuff. Yeah, I get that. Like, I have a bunch in my inventory, I'm pretty sure. Like, in my shared storage. It's just mentally, I don't want to waste anything. I have 27 half-an-hour ones. I have 7 6-hour ones, and I'm pretty sure I've got some outs on different characters. But like in my head, I don't want to waste time. I like to be efficient and stuff. So I'm like, nope. I've got to, you know, I've got to be on and off to conserve the time. I actually had it I had a Slayer Accelerator on Faerûn on New Year's Eve. And then when it hit midnight and we went to Breetown, like Square or whatever, I was like, I am wasting a load of my Slayer Accelerator, but at least I can, you know, I can justify it now. I think those other ones are 6 hour now, aren't they? Or are they still 30 minutes? I actually don't know. Get back here, please. Oh, I don't know if I can deal with a warband on mounted combat. I think I might actually just not be able to let myself do it. Taking so long. Why do they have to make this such a bad way of doing combat? Yeah, so did I, and then the enemy ran away from me. So, like, when I was on Hunter originally, I was like, "Yep, no, I'm just dismounting because I've got range skills and it doesn't matter." Oh, you're a troll though, so you're not mounted, so I might be able to take you out. Depends how much morale you have. It is a small fellowship, but I'll have a peek at his morale and see. I mean, if I die, I die. 41k. Yeah, but the one earlier for the quest didn't actually... Like, it ran away and it didn't come back. And I'm like... Because for some reason, if they just made... Because I assume there's a sort of same movement as War Steeds, fundamentally. So if War Steeds didn't have such horrible turning circles, I'm sure everything would be so much easier. But it's the fact I like have to turn this like there to do an extreme turn. If it was, I don't want it to be like I right click there and it's like a regular horse where it just turns like a, you know, like in a snap. I just wish it was a little bit better. Alright. Let's give in all our quests then. And then we'll probably just finish off sort of in about 15 or so minutes.
Thank you for your help. You have done
I
well.
think so. Gosh, thank you for the Prime. Much appreciated. Oh. I swear I did this last time, where it's like the, hey, talk to the guy, but then now it's been used too recently. I can't. But yeah. We'll probably finish off in about 10-15 minutes or something like that, about on the hour, I would say. Just because Wednesdays is an early start for me. And,
we fight
oh,
together.
what am I doing? Oh no, I just remembered this instance. Oh no.
Thank you for your help.
It's gonna be terrible, I hate it. I should, I don't use my Prime, I totally should just put my Prime on my, like, another account and just, like, send it to myself. Would that work? Is that cheating? Okay, actually, maybe this one's not so bad. If it's all, like, non-mounted enemies, I can deal with it. But yeah, next week I actually, one thing I was going to say is Tuesday next week I will not be streaming because I'm actually away in Bristol for presumably the entire day, so I'm probably not getting home until well late into the night, which is a bit of a pain. So yeah, I've got to work out how that's going to work. I mean, I finish earlier on the Wednesday, so we'll be able to stream a little bit longer, hopefully. But then I've got to wait on the servers to come up on Wednesdays, so, you know. Depends when Update 39 comes out. If Update 39 comes out next week, I'm going to be sad. Only because I'm going to be absolutely exhausted. I think. And I'd like to play it. Because I'm waiting on Update 39 for using my Embers, because I want to wait for the Ember stuff to go up in item level. And I also got a Black Steel Key out of my Gold Hobbit gift yesterday. So I'm waiting to use that to get a 515 item, hopefully. Fingers crossed. It'll probably be something garbage, but you never know. Speaking of Black Steel Keys, though, I do wonder right? How quickly I can get a character to 150 because... Or... Okay, so if I open a Black Steel... If I open a loot box at 141, I get embers out of it, don't I? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So, if I were to make a new character and then just try and get them as quickly to 141 as possible to open 4 loot boxes, it's a dumb idea and not a really good way of getting embers by any means. So, like, I'm not saying that's an efficient way of doing it. But it's sort of in the same premise of me making Tracery like Tracery is, you know, just to get those, you know, teal Tracery token boxes. That was hardly a challenge. I agree. How foolish me. I have tracked not our finishing blows. Were you mindful of the count? Oh, right, okay. Can I just, yeah. And that's why I love playing Bjorning. Victory for Cliving. You completed patrolling the South Road.
You've done well.
I did better than you. Not just well, better. I'm not really sure. I know... So Ghost has had once
You have done well.
challenged me to get to level 100. Bearing in mind, I think 130 was the cap at this time, so... that was a little bit closer to max level. It took me a week of playing... Not like a week of game time, but a week of, like, real time. To get to 105. But I'm not sure if I could do that quicker now. Because not only am I better at the game than I was then, this guy's really struggling. Okay, he just teleported. Good. Not only am I arguably better at the game now, but I like just know little ways of doing it. It is actually something we've talked about, is the idea of doing a... Because like on speedrun.com, there is a category there's like level 1 to 10, for example, which is fine. But there is also a category for like max level. And there are rules like, you know, you can't buy stuff from the store, you can't Valor, obviously, you can't use like alts to trade you stuff, etc., etc. But yeah, I'm just curious myself of like, could I, or what's like, how quickly could I do that? Yeah, I think I've done like 45 or something. I remember I did a stream. I can't remember how long the stream was. I know exactly when it was because it was the day before Wildwoods released. And I made a captain. I think it was a captain. And I leveled him to 45 because I wanted a fresh character at 45 to experience it on level. And it was a terrible idea because I did it the night before and then slept for like 4 hours waiting for the update to come out, and then I streamed playing the update. Which I kind of wish I got more sleep that night, because the problem with low-level content being released, I love the fact that Wildwoods exists, and I love the fact that Yondershire exists, and Angle and Mathithel exists, and whatever. The thing that annoys me about it, or not annoys me about it, the reason it's bad to play it as a on-level day of is you have all the max levels coming through and getting the virtual experience and completing everything, and like one-shotting everything before you can even get a chance to look at it. So I do kind of wish I left it a little bit later. But yeah, that was, I can't remember how many hours that was, but it's probably about 10 hours or something. I don't know. It's a very long time ago.
must turn to the offensive. We cannot wait for the darkness.
It's like I can't remember. There was a thing. Yeah, there was a thing in EverQuest I was sent ages ago because it's in my favorites tab for some reason. But it's this thing called the Golden Path, which is like supposed to be the most efficient way to get from like whatever level or whatever. I think it'd be interesting to have like go through this and find like the most efficient leveling thing. Like if it was super in-depth, you could literally do quest by quest what quest to do, but you know, what quest lines necessarily to do, because they all should in theory give the same amount of experience minimum, as long as you kill like the minimum amount of enemies, and then if you kill extra you're higher level anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Another lesson learned.
Defeat orcs times 5 and do not be longer than 10 minutes, because what do you take me for? Someone who's going to take 10 minutes to defeat some orcs? Despicable. Yeah. In terms of the like the concept of the speedrun though, I think it would be like if I were to actually time myself getting from 1 to max, I probably would exclude missions, because if you're really trying to do it, like, because the idea is you can log out as long as you pause the timer, like when you log out, but then all you do really is you log in, do your missions, get your VIP boost, double, and then log out for the day, log in, complete your missions. And technically, that is the most efficient way of doing it from a pure speed of, like, in-game time. But I also think that's boring. So, if I were to do something similar, I wouldn't do it that way. I think actually playing, like, through the story content and whatever, rather than just missions, would be what I judge it off. Oh, you're an Urukai, so you don't actually count. Well, you're dying anyway. Do you count? Do you count as an orc or a... you can get gear in the Trestle Bridge missions, at the very least. I know that for a fact. So technically, it's doable. Because we actually had a rule once on the... We had a character that could only use uncommon gear. And I had a rule of, could I buy a Stone of the Tortoise, so I wasn't like leveling through it, but do missions to get gear drops, like once a level or something, or whatever we ended up doing. So I was only going for gear, not for levels. And technically, if you do only missions, then you could also get motes, which could then get you gear. There's
Another lesson learned.
technically the ability to do
Every struggle is a step towards greatness.
that. He still exists. I just haven't played him in a while.
The desire
I think the problem I sometimes have is I have too many characters. So when I go on a character, I kind of go full force on that character.
An honorable victory.
So I like forget everybody else. It's like if I play, like I've been playing Tracery, which means I haven't really been playing like Feyrand, and then I am now playing Erenma for a bit, so I haven't really been playing Tracery or Feyrand. There was actually a reason I needed Erenma leveled up, I think, but I think it's like 115 I need to get them to, so it's probably easier just to get Feyrand to do it. Can I skip ahead and just kill all the bears? I think I can. I know she's going to go a different way, but if I kill this one... Is it bad if I kill bears as a Bjorning? I feel like it's unfair. I feel like it's not very nice of me. I mean, I did for a while push to 150 on a bunch. So Afka's 150, and then Palpatine is now 150, and Renabon's 150 because Tavella got there first. Tracer is 142. And yeah, I was like, Kestor was going to be my next one. But then because I've been playing Tracery so much, I wanted to get on to Erenma. Because, well, yeah. Because I have one of every class, at the very least. Skarshu is technically the next one I should do, 140, get him up to 150. And then I've got this character I want to level up. Yaimio is just my Anor character, so that doesn't really work.
An honorable victory.
Defeat the Uruk-hai scouts that are finally coming in. Hello, guys. To arms, or to paws, as it were. I'm gonna be you. Not as in, like, become you. I mean, like, I'm gonna hit you with bees. I have a Mariner, but it's not on here. But my Mariner is only like level 14 or something. I need to do something similar. I can't remember how many it was I needed, but it was a ridiculous amount of them. But my plan is I want to get, was it 10 Bjornings over 20 days? I wanted to do 10 tasks every day for 20 days on 10 Bjornings. So I think it's only like, is it 1,000? I think it's 1,000. 10 times 10 times 10? No, okay. No, 2,000. So 10 characters, 10 a day. So I need 100 per day. So I need 2,000. I need 2,000 because I want to make 20 Bjornings. Every day do 10 tasks. And then I want to give him my tasks, get the task increase item, and then trade them over to Feyran so he has the maximum of 15 per day. That's what I want to do. But logistically, it's a bit of a nightmare. I don't even think task carryalls can do that. See, it's not good about task items I want, though. It's going to be like the very basic stuff, because I'm just going to make new characters. So whatever like Bree is, I'm just going to have to go run around Bree with a task carryall. I think that makes sense.
Another lesson learned. There is still much to learn.
Edis has quickly grown to trust you as a mentor. She wishes to discuss with you her aspirations.
That sort of thing, I'm like, oh, if I can get it for Mithril or I can grind it out, I'd rather grind it out. Like, I think it's just funner to me. That's why I don't like the... I had this, like, annoyance with some items for armor. I think it was the Rime of the Anvil, I think it was. Which is obviously from the Anvil of Winter's Death raid. And I was like, I wouldn't mind the item existing if there was a way to get the item, like, that's maybe 20 times longer, but you can just get it, like, solo. Because as soon as that content becomes non-current, it's just going to become infinitely harder to find. I guess similar to Drygok scales and stuff, but, you know, you have to have 6 people to run that instance as is. And that's why I have 6 alts.
Victory.
Which I set up for that and then never actually did on a regular basis. I don't even know how many Drygok scales I have. 1. Well, at least I have 2 repaired cloak clasps. I just need 1 more. Is there one on the auctional? There are, I mean, I could buy them. Why would you have the repaired cloak clasp? I guess fair enough. Maybe? I don't know, actually. I feel like I'd sell the repaired one for more than the broken one.
Another lesson learned.
It's like you've gone through the process. I know it's like 2 green garnets or something, but no Drygos sales. Sad. Oh, defeat the Urukai in the trading ground. Yeah, that's the thing I need to do. Just checking what was the item that I... Have I got this thing? I do not have that thing. I don't know if the Rime of the Anvil can actually be purchased. That's actually not something I thought about. Oh, yeah. Okay, just checking. Rime of the Anvil. What did I need that for? I mean, I've seen it on occasion. It's just one of those things of like, I can solo it. Like, my character, Tovelad, can solo the content. It's the fact that you have to have 6 players for it is a bit of a pain. Yeah, because there's a shield, I think, at 120 that needs 3 of them. So that might be worth, but I'm probably going to do it later. I'm not really that fussed about it at the moment. I also think there's a better shield at that level as well. I can't remember. Because I'll say, admittedly, you know, as much as I moaned about it before, like, Anvil does get run a decent amount. Like, I do see it quite occasionally. So that's fine. That's not necessarily the problem. It's just the fact that you have to join. I know it's like raid gear, so technically, but there are... the shield, for example, isn't necessarily raid gear. It's just a crafted item. Yet you, like, have to do a raid to do part of it. I'm just saying there should be a way to make it without having to be part of a raid. Though technically you don't have to be part of a raid if you buy it. So, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I don't know. That's why I don't mind, like, raid gear. So there's raid gear, for example, for Abyss. And then there's the Thranduil's Power, for example. They're exactly the same, but they don't have a set bonus. That's fine, in my opinion. Because technically you're getting a better product for doing the raid. But you're not getting a necessarily inferior product for not being a raider. But you can still like having good gear.
An honorable victory.
Alright.
honorable
Silver
victory.
necklace. Useless, useless, useless. All of it.
Every struggle is a step towards greatness.
Okay, and then we head back to cliving. So we'll quickly do this, and then that'll probably be us for the evening. And then I'll probably potentially jump on Faerend just to mind-numbingly grind out this instance, and then head to sleep, probably. And get up super early tomorrow. I actually know tomorrow I mean, Bull Roar just came up tonight, so I'm guessing not. Anything going on? Okay, we added a VIP daily Hobbit gift present. Extended the 10% virtue experience up until 4th of March instead of the 26th. Oh, nice. So I get a lot of time to grind out. Shifting the start of the Spring Festival to now start on the 12th of March. When was it originally? And we're expecting the legendary item cap level to increase to 5520 on the 12th of March. When was the festival originally going to be? Okay, no idea. either way, it's a good time for me to do all my virtue stuff, and I get a little bit of extra time to it, so that's good. Okay.
You have done well.
Right, so now wants us to go to Foldham, which we'll deal with some other time. I'm not necessarily going to hold myself to only stream on this character sort of thing. Like, I'm more than willing to just play if I want to play sort of thing. So we might not be here next time we play this character. We might not play this character for a while. I don't really know. Sometimes I don't like holding a character to sort of almost hostage of a stream, because sometimes I just want to play a character and play it. When it's like 1 a.m. and I'm not really streaming ready or whatever. So yeah, depends where we see this character in the future. I just like playing some random characters sometimes. But though, that's going to be it for tonight. Hopefully tomorrow, I mean, it doesn't say anything as I said, but yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything tomorrow, because it's just going to be update 39 now for a while. And eventually we'll get gear from that or whatever, and it will show up. And then we also get the instances to potentially play around with, which will be nice to see. And hopefully, I don't know, building seems like it might be quite fun when the Thresh is a 0.3 second cooldown instead of 1.5. 5 times as fast, 5 times as often. That'll be good. Rightio there. I'm gonna go. As I said, thank you all for coming along. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.